Hi everyone, my name is Erkan Suçular, CEO and founder of International DevOps Academy. And I am very glad that you are just coming to our website to visit our next training video. So before I will deep dive today's subject, I will briefly give an overview of where you can access our video material and other training material, and then we will start with today's subject. So let's get started. So here I think I have already shared my screen, so this is good. Now let's look at where the other videos are. This is, by the way, our homepage where you can see everything about us. And here, to access the former videos, just come to the Academy tab, and from there go to your free new DevOps video training. And then over there you see our video lessons that we have published until today. And as you see, the first lesson was an introduction, and then what is DevOps, and then the second lesson was what are your problems in IT without DevOps, and today together we are going to cover how does DevOps solve your problems in IT. So the complementary material for this video today is you can access it in two ways. Either you can again come to your free DevOps book from the Academy tab link from our webpage. And then when you come to this page, there you will see the book cover, and then when you click on it, it loads now. It just came, and then over here you go to the clickable menu, and then you can open, you can click how does DevOps solve your problems in IT, and then here we go. Here is the content of today's lesson. Or alternatively, how you can access it, again come back to our homepage, and now from Academy tab, click your free your free premium DevOps training. And then here, if you scroll down, here you can see all lessons in written form. And then here, if you click how does DevOps solve your problems in IT, you can access today's training material. So basically today's lesson is kind of an introduction to the next lessons that we are going to cover all the subjects that we touched today in great detail. But today's lesson, see this as a kind of an idea how DevOps will help your organization, what kind of principles and methodologies you should expect in your end-to-end software development and delivery lifecycle. So basically today's lesson can be summarized under a number of bullet points. Before I deep dive these points, I should probably mention you a little bit about them. So they are like continuous deployment. So basically with DevOps, we are going to continue to deploy. And we organize our teams based on our mission. So whatever our mission is, we make sure that the teams are constructed and organized to cover these missions. And the next one is we build our systems to achieve business goals. So this is the top priority. We build not for the sake of engineering, but we are also building to make sure that our business reaches its goals. And the next one is we create with built-in quality and monitoring. And then the next one is our organizations are not afraid of making mistakes, and thanks to errors, our organizations will teach and also we learn from each other. And our teams scale even better while our organizations get bigger, because most of the times you already most probably know that from your experience in the startup companies, they are very agile, they can do production deployments very quickly without much hassle. But while the size of the organizations get bigger, usually everything becomes more bureaucratic, slow and complex. All these approval chains and everything makes everything less entertaining than it's supposed to be. But with DevOps, actually the figures are even changing. While the size of your organizations will increase, you will even have more deployments per day per developer. So this is a very interesting also positive side effect that your organization will get with DevOps. And then we will come to the conclusion of today's lesson. So let's get started. So as I mentioned, we are starting with the continuous deployment about DevOps. So you continuously deploy. So companies from fresh startups to Fortune 100 and any other size in between, companies with any type of software product and service portfolios have already proven that with DevOps, your independent, small and self-sufficient teams deliver tens of production deployments each and every day. You design, build, deliver and then test on production-like environments. You no longer release your code to your production systems in every third month after midnight while everyone else is sleeping. You release your code many times every day and most importantly during your typical working hours while your clients and market you are serving for still enjoy and get benefits from your software. DevOps does not only enable you to frequently deliver tiny software features, but also with the help from DevOps dark launch techniques, you can frequently deliver small pieces of high-volume giant software features to your production. These small pieces wait in dormant or so-called inactive mode in your production until you switch the giant feature on from a configuration setting. This is a very ideal and interesting world, isn't it, with DevOps? Even only this one small technique can significantly improve the life quality of your team by avoiding big bang control-outs and their unpredictable adverse effects in your existing production systems, chaos, and then of course finger pointing in your organization. So the next argument, you organize your teams around your mission. To serve your market, as you and your organization have bigger mission than your competitors do, you organize your IT department with long-term teams around your client serving either internal or external clients. So you organize your teams around your client serving products, services, capabilities and microservices instead of temporary project teams which dissolve as soon as or even before the projects are done. With the model of temporary project teams, individual project members neither have proper ownership of their own contributions because they rarely know what their project stands in the big mission of their organization, nor they properly receive feedback about their work. Their work is constantly pushed to them in their areas of expertise, say it database developer, front-end designer, translator, and various other functional roles that you can imagine in your organization at the moment. And these roles are pushed from various different projects and they live in a constant world of interruptions. With the model of long-term teams, your teams willingly have the ownership of their work, IT and business performance enabled by their throughput. They are totally aware where their contributions stand and how important they are in the big mission of their organizations. With DevOps, you build systems to achieve business goals. You and your teams are fully aware that you are getting paid to serve your clients and to accomplish the mission of your organization. Therefore, you are respectful to everyone's time and resources from your organization and clients. Before you commit any long-term project, you test drive and validate proposed and envisioned business value you expect from your IT solution. You show your clients the models, the prototypes, the various A/B variations, or lightweight versions of what you intend to build. Then you measure and record their reactions and feedback to understand how you fine-tune your product and service, and if your clients like it at all. You don't add features to your product just because you have a good feeling about them. You test your ideas and build tangible, demonstrable and reproducible evidence that what you are building and investing the resources from your organization will most probably at the bottom line and positively differentiate your employer from its competitors. Another item is you create with built-in quality and monitoring. You build fast, reliable and amplified feedback loops in all stages of your software delivery and operations lifecycle. Because quality is not a monopoly which belongs to a certain team, usually testing teams and typical organizations without DevOps. So, as the quality is not a monopoly which belongs to a certain team, everyone strives for built-in quality. In order to make sure you have correctly done your job, you don't wait for feedback from another team, or you don't ask somebody else's permission to deploy your code in production. You trust your team with peer reviews of your design, code, test, and infrastructure. You always build test automation and monitoring, also called telemetry, for every possible measurable and testable feature. You are conscious that if a feature deserves your time to be coded and delivered, it also deserves continuous, reliable, fast and continuous testing with test automation. Moreover, it also deserves continuous monitoring and built-in analytics in your software to validate what you win from this feature matches why you built it in the first place, in all environments including production and non-production. Every check-in in your code repository automatically adapts, restructures, or if necessary rebuilds your operational environments, automatically rebuilds impacted applications, and ultimately executes all automated tests to validate existing features and the purpose of your latest check-in. Once validation is successful, same changes are automatically adapted to your production. Your built-in analytics and telemetry in your applications continuously monitor and record key events in your software and its operational environments. There are basically, these key metrics are unlimited. It's limited by the limitation of you and your team. But some of these key metrics can be, summarized, such as, number of orders, number of logins, CPU usage, RAM usage, CPU load, number of errors, length of database queries, and many others. They can be functional, technical, and non-functional as well. And these key metrics are continuously recorded and presented in real time, so it's a matter of minutes, if not seconds, before your team discovers a negative impact triggered by a certain development. This is why fast feedback loops are vital to get your job done fast and reliable with DevOps. And thanks to errors, we learn and teach. If an error occurs, we solve it calm and confidently. We identify root cause of an incident by relying on scientific evidence obtained and observed from our automated tests and telemetry. And if you identify a missing test case or missing telemetry after the resolution of the issue, you add them to your code repository together with your fix. In a complex system like yours, no single person can know and foresee everything. Therefore, everyone in your organization believes that errors are not bad surprises, but they are part of maturity process of your products and services. Errors are opportunities to learn and grow. You and your organization conceive errors as a means of new personal and organizational learnings. Blameless postmortems of errors will also enable you to even better identify root causes of incidents and discover techniques to avoid some similar errors in the future. Thanks to your incident, you now convert your local learnings from your own team and software into an organizational memory which will serve everyone else in your organization too. You and your team are never punished because of this error, but you are awarded due to the lessons you learned and shared after this incident. Thanks to your contribution, many teams in your organization know how to avoid such an incident in the future. And the next item is your team scale even better while your organization gets bigger. Now imagine an average organization which evolves from 1 to 1,000 developers. As the organization was small, developers were continuously building and deploying their code to production. However, as the organization gets bigger, there is now a much larger organizational bureaucratic hierarchy, more fear from mistakes. There is now more coordination and communication effort required to deploy your code in production. Therefore, average number of code deployments per day per developer usually reduces at best remains same while organization grows. So this can be summarized like that. If you have 100 developers in your team, and if they do, let's say, 2 check-ins every day, so you have 200 check-ins every day, right? But let's say if you have 1,000 employers, then they usually, the average check-ins per day per developer reduces, and in this situation, you have 1,000 employees, but the average check-in is 0.5, and then you do 500 check-ins every day. And compared to this, it's a very, unreasonable situations, because with 100 developers, you used to do 200 check-ins, but with 1,000 developers, now you are doing only 500 check-ins. Although your team increased 10 times in size, your number of check-ins per day per developer increased only 2.5, which is basically this reduction per day per developer happens because of the overhead in the organizational hierarchy, all these approvals, sign-offs and everything makes everything more bureaucratic and complex, and DevOps is basically bringing all the solutions to this hierarchy, to this bureaucracies as well. And however, DevOps high performers play in a different league, and they manage to increase average number of code deployments per day per developer, as they have more developers. With correct software architecture, correct teams, correct mission, correct leadership, and of course, correct culture. DevOps high performers such as Google, Amazon, Facebook, Netflix, and Apple have already proven that this is possible. Your organization can be the next one to become one of these high performers. And as you see also in the chart, so on the x-axis of this chart, you see number of developers of an organization, and in the y-axis you see number of deployments per day per developer. And as you see in the high performing organizations, which is the orange axis, orange line, orange curve, and as you see, the number of employees of the organization gets bigger from 100 to 1,000, so average deployment per day per developer even increases. So this company was making like 100 deployments per day while they have 100 developers, but now they are doing like almost 3,000 the check-ins when they have now 1,000 developers. So it's a massive improvement, and this is the league that the high performer organizations play. And we hope that your organization and you as a high performer in your DevOps organization will be the next one to achieve this great vision and goal. So as a conclusion, DevOps high performer organizations outcompete their rivals in various dimensions, and these dimensions are following. They do 46 times more frequent code deployments. They do 440 times faster lead time from commit to deploy. So what this means is, in most deployments, in most organizations, they check in the code to the code repository, but until they went to the production, a massive time spent is there, and therefore, as the code waits before it's put in production, the more untested or undeployed code accumulates, and then making the production rollout becomes even more and more difficult. And therefore, high performance DevOps organizations have 440 times faster lead time between the developer checks in the code to the code repository and the code goes to the production systems. And this basically not only improves the quality of service, this also reduces the risks in production system, then this also reduces the conflicts. Obviously, this can only happen if you configure your organization in that way. And high performance DevOps organizations have 96 times faster mean time to recover from downtimes. So they basically solve their production incidents quicker than the other organizations. And not only they solve it faster, they have 5 times lower change failure rate. Let's say if a typical organization, although they do very frequent, less frequent changes in your production, they have very frequent failure rates than DevOps organizations, and DevOps organizations have 1/5 less likely failure rates after a check-in or after a deployment to production system. And DevOps organizations have obviously improved productivity and throughput, improved code and operational reliability, improved organizational performance and client satisfaction, improved market penetration, market share, and profitability of the organizations, and improved market capitalization growth. And if you basically count the examples of high performance DevOps organizations such as Apple, Amazon, Google, Facebook, Netflix, Spotify, all these organizations are the champions in their businesses, and it's no surprise that these organizations rely now DevOps software development and delivery techniques in their ITs. And here in this chart we are also demonstrating you the deployment frequency in 2016 with DevOps organizations was like 200 times more frequent, and then 46 times more frequent in 2017. And lead time for changes, in 2016, more than 2,000 times faster, in 2017, 40 times faster, and mean time to recover, which is called MTTR, 24 times faster in 2016, and in 2017, 96 times faster, and change failure rate, it's 3 times lower in 2016. And in 2017, it's even 5 times lower. So this is the quality of the high performer DevOps organizations that we see around us. In summary, DevOps will bring all these features, all this organizational, product-wise, and quality-wise items that DevOps bring in your organizations, such as your teams scale even better while the organization gets bigger. Thanks to errors, you will learn and teach. You create with built-in quality and monitoring, and then you build systems to achieve business goals, and you organize your teams around your mission, and you continuously deploy. So we are coming to the end of this video lesson. Before we close this video, I want to also briefly mention you about our training and certification programs. As I already shown you, you can access from the academy. You can come to the new video training and then watch our videos. The video we are just capturing with you at the moment, at this very moment, will be also added to the repository in the next hours. And then you can come to your free DevOps book. And then here on this page, if you click the book cover, you can download the book in a minute. And then your free premium video training, you already know, and then your free premium DevOps training. If you click on it, then you come to the online version of the book that you can also download. And all this material is completely free of charge for you. And in case you want to get your DevOps certification, you just click the register link from the top right corner of our homepage. Some benefits and features of our DevOps certifications are like they're official and industry recognized, supported by 10,000 of champion DevOps organizations. They are lifetime valid, so you don't need to pay recurring fees to keep your certification active. And they are most affordable and valid DevOps certification around the market. And you don't need to do mandatory classroom training. As I mentioned to you, all of our video material, our book and online study portal is completely available for you for free of charge, and you can study this material at your own pace and then do your exam and then get your certification whenever you want to. And also we provide money back guarantee in case you want to get your money for any reason without asking any questions. You can ask your money back and we will refund you immediately. And we also provide exam pass guarantee because we trust our free of charge training material, and we provide exam pass guarantee. For any reason, if you may not pass your exam, we will immediately and free of charge reactivate your exam access code, and then you can take your exam once again whenever you want to. And we provide world-class student support in your DevOps journey and certification and learning journey. You are not alone. For your questions or support requests, we will basically cover you in at most 12 hours, if not quicker. And here on this page, on this registration page, you can register one certification for this list prices that you see. But in case you are planning to get multiple certifications, we also have a great offer going on, but this is a very limited time offer. So if you click the best discount for your 5 official DevOps certifications on this page, on this registration page, then you come to a page where you can select multiple DevOps certifications of your own choice. And here the idea is you create your own bundle based on your own career goals and aspirations. And for the 5 certifications that you choose here, you are going to pay $100 less than the list prices. So for instance, here in this particular bundle that just created, which are DevOps Executive, Certified DevOps Product Owner, Certified DevOps Operations Engineer, Certified DevOps Trainer, and Certified DevOps Coach. And the total sum of the list price of these 5 certifications are almost $1,000. But with this deal we are offering now, you get the certifications with about 50% discount, and your price is $497. And whatever you choose, your bundle costs you $497, and then this form is quite self-explanatory and understandable. You just enter your email, name, company. If you are unemployed or in between jobs, don't worry. You just leave it. You just enter NA. Then you choose your country, address, and then credit card information. Our website is secured with highest level of SSL security, which is 248 bits of security, so you can make your also registration of your DevOps certifications with your peace of mind. And then once you click this 5 certifications for the 497 USD, we will be delivering your exam access codes immediately. And then, as I said, your certifications are valid. Lifetime, no recurring fees, no mandatory classroom, very quick, efficient, and great process with very affordable DevOps certification prices. And I really hope that you enjoyed today's lesson, and hopefully see you at our next lesson. And for now, take care and bye-bye.